Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are all good. In today's video I thought I would share a little AliExpress haul with you all. So I haven't actually ordered much nail stuff in a really long time, so it's why I've not really done many haul videos, but I have been running low on the nail tips that I normally use and they've not actually been available for a long time, so I thought I would buy a couple of different ones from AliExpress to try and find some new favorites. So I thought it would just be a good and fun opportunity to do a nail haul video. So I ordered a few different packs of nail tips. These are press-on nail tips and I usually either create designs on these and then stick them on to wear, or I'll apply them with gel and then do the design on them. So normally I use the clear BTArtbox ones, but they've been out of stock for a little while now. I'm not sure if maybe they're changing them, or they probably know my luck back in stock, because by the time I ordered these and then they come from AliExpress, it did take a little while, but it's always good to have some choices. So I thought whilst I was ordering some new tips, I would get some different shapes, sizes kind of thing, but then they ended up being quite similar. So I bought this small pack to begin with and they were okay, but I was a little disappointed how small the actual nail tips were. So for example, I have fairly small nail beds, and the largest size in that was the only one that fit my thumb. So let's move on to these ones. These are medium almond and you get 550 tips in the box, which was great for the price because I think these were around £4. I will leave all the links in the description box below to all the products, but bear in mind the prices might have changed because if you shop with AliExpress you know that they do go up and down. So this was probably my favorite pack out of the ones that I'm going to show you guys today. You get quite a lot of tips in here. You get 550 and there's a fairly decent amount of sizes. There are, I think, 12 sizes here. Again though, the largest size isn't exactly massive. I did find the smaller size is better though. A lot of the time I'll end up with being stuck and only having one size that fits my pointer, ring and middle, but I do feel as though there's a bit of leeway with the smaller sizes here. So this was a great choice, and these are all the ones I've bought anyway are all pre-etched as well, which is great because the tips I was using before aren't, and this is just skipping out a step that you're going to have to do when it comes to applying them. So I bought them previous ones, they said they were medium and these ones said they were extra long. However, they are pretty much the same length. The difference with this pack though was I noticed the sizes are larger. So for example, the size 0 here is bigger than the size 0 in the previous box, which I think is great because I know a few people in my comments have said that they find a lot of the time the smaller ones, the 0 is just too small for their thumbnails. So I did find this box here, the pink ones, the 0 is that bit wider. So I was just going to show it up against the green box, so you can see they're the same length. So even though the pink ones say extra long and the green ones say medium, they're the same length, but the 0 on the pink box are wider. So if you're looking for nail tips and you have more wider nails, then I would go with the pink box. And you do also get 600 in there as well, and I believe again these were around £4-5, so I thought they were a great price. Another thing I needed was some tips for doing acrylic nails. So I usually use the Glitter Planet ones, but I thought it'd be good whilst I was shopping on AliExpress to just grab a cheap box and see what they are like. Now normally I like I think they're like called Perfect Nail Tips or something, and they're like a stiletto tip and you can cut them down and they work great for square or coffin. So I grabbed these as I thought they may work similar, as in they are stiletto. If you leave them long, when you shorten them down a little they're going to go into a long coffin shape, but if you shorten them down further they make a really nice square. They do, however though, that seemed a little bit strange, have quite an apex already built into the tip. They have a nice C curve which I liked, but usually when I use these kind of tips they don't have the apex built into them, so I'm not sure if maybe these are actually meant to be used for something else, but I'm going to give them a go with acrylic and I'll report back in another video. I did also want to buy some full cover tips that were in a more square shape. So these are actually more of a tapered square coffin, but if you shortened them down, then again they're going to go to more of a short square. So I do quite like these because then it's versatile if I'm wanting to do different lengths and things like that. Again, each individual sheet has 12 sizes on there, and the 0 and the 1 are quite large on this as well. So for me, I would use the size 2, I believe, for my thumbnail. So again, perfect for people who have got slightly wider than me nails, because mine, in all honesty, I do find them quite narrow compared to other people's nails I've done. So I really liked these, and then again, they are pre-etched as well. All of these tips as well are soft gel press-on nail tips as well, so you can apply them using gel. I did also pick up some nail wipes. I go through so many of these, and I think this little pack was like £1.50 for 200, so I thought they were a bit of a bargain, and I liked the little container that they come in because I thought this would be handy to keep on my desk. Usually I buy these in bulk and then they'll come in a packet and I have to keep getting them out. I thought I quite liked the fact that even if I don't rebuy these ones, the little storage container, it'll be great to reuse if I buy again a bulk pack. Another thing that I needed to replace was my stamper, and I just thought I would pick up a cheap one and give it a go. Now unfortunately it did arrive with the lid cracked, but I'm not too bothered about that as I don't think it's going to affect the use. I will use this in my next stamping video and report back whether it's any good. I usually find that a lot of the jelly style stampers all work very similar, so I'm interested to see how this cheap one will work compared to my more expensive ones. It did also come with a scraper as well, but to be quite honest, it seemed quite thick and bulky, so I don't know if I'll use that. I grabbed one of these resin nail palette. These are another thing, I go through so many of these because I'm terrible at leaving my gel polish on them and then the sunlight cures it and I have to scrape it off and then the palette looks crap, so I've ordered another one just to have to hand. I picked up this little chrome palette, so you get 6 different pearlescent chromes in here. As you can see, they've all got a slightly different hint of color to them. So there's like a blue, a purple, a yellow, a green, a pinky color, and then a white. The packaging on this was a little bit annoying, so they've got like a clear seal over them, which is great. Is going to keep the chrome powder in there whilst it's being delivered, but it just made opening a little bit messy. It was really hard to remove. Maybe I should have grabbed some scissors, but it was stuck down really well. There was a bit of a struggle to peel off, so I did just peel off one side. I think once the lid's closed it will keep the chrome in there, but for the price I'm not going to grumble. I think this was like £1.99. And yeah, you get a cute little selection of shades, so they're going to be fun to do some chrome nails with. I do really love chrome, especially including it in stamping as well, so it's nice that these 6 have bit of a different hint of color to each of them. I absolutely love the Born Pretty stamping polishes. I usually buy these on Amazon, but they've been out of stock for a little while now, and I noticed a couple of them on AliExpress. I don't know if they had loads of colors to choose from, but I grabbed this green one and then I also grabbed the white. I think green is just going to be really great for leaves and Christmas as well, so I'm thinking ahead a little bit there. But I have a load of these Born Pretty stamping polishes, but I was missing a like solid leafy looking green, so I grabbed this one and I really love it. It's definitely going to be one of those like staple colors. And then usually I use the Nicole Diary or the Clear Jelly Stamper white, but whilst I was on AliExpress I thought I would try the Born Pretty white as well. So again, I'll report back how pigmented this is compared to my other 2 brands that I've been using. Now I do have to say, I think these were around £2.99 each, which is normally what I pay for my Born Pretty polishes on Amazon. They've just been out of stock for a while, so I think it's a good price for the size of bottles. But yeah, I've used them before and I love them, so I'm sure I'm gonna love these too. Now I thought I would grab these are a little bit random, but there was a pack of 22 silver, obviously not real silver, rings, and I just thought these would be good to use on my red iguana practice hand, just to make it look not so basic. I don't do as many sets as I'd like on my red iguana hand, but I've been doing a lot more acrylic sets lately, so I thought it would be fun to add some rings. Of course you could use them on your own hands as well if you wanted to, especially for doing nail pics, if you want to just make the picture look a little bit more fun. So in this pack there was quite a few different types. There was lots of different ones to choose from as well. The only thing I was worrying about was whether they were going to fit my red iguana, because they seemed to be, I picked a specific size, but then the actual rings all seem to be quite a mixture of sizes. But I think it's because they're designed to be worn on different parts of the fingers. So again, I thought this would look great in nail pick. So a few of them I just was having a quick demonstration here to show you guys that they fit. Like some you can push all the way down, some go to the knuckle, and yeah, I thought for the price, again, they looked quite good, and it's just a fun little prop. So I was quite pleased with these. My daughter really thought they were fun as well, and she's gonna play around with them as well, I'm sure. So I was just going through and having a look. There's a few different ones. I liked how you could do the whole stacking vibe with them. And I definitely like that they make my red iguana hand look a little bit less plain and boring. And I think I didn't buy any items that were over like a £5 each. I think these were around £2-3. So again, it's a nice little bargain for something fun. I really liked this little butterfly one. I thought it made me think about doing a little butterfly set of nails. And then speaking of butterflies, I then grabbed some crystals as well. So I got these little butterfly shaped ones in AB, and then I got these long teardrop ones in AB as well. Now I do feel as though these particular AB ones look a bit cheap, but I'm only using them on practice sets. I don't really ever use crystals to wear on my own nails to keep on, but I did really like these ones as well. These have got more of a clear crystal cut to them, and then I grabbed these in more of a teardrop shape, and then they're in the black color as well. So these do say they're hot fix crystals, but I've used these with glue before and not had any problems when using them on nails. And then lastly, I picked up these neon crystals as well, as I thought they would be fun in a summer set of nails. So I really hope you all enjoyed this little mini haul, and I will be back in the next video with a regular upload of a set of nails. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're all doing good. Let me know how you are in the comments below. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you hit that subscription button. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.